Kartel was able to stay relevant even though he has been incarcerated since 2011. Mikie Bennett, record producer, discuss the brilliancy of Vibes Kartel. Producer Mike Bennett, in a recent interview with the Sunday Gleaner on the influence and impact of Vibes Cartel on the music, noted that the controversial dancehall artist is the most dominant figure we have had in dancehall in many years. Kartel, who has been in custody since 2011, has managed to remain relevant, releasing albums and singles throughout his prison term and picking up awards along the way. At last month's Irama Award, for example, he was named Recording Artist of the Year and Best Male DJ for 2019. For him to be incarcerated for so long and still be the DJ of choice is amazing, Bennett told the Sunday Gleaner, pointing out that Kartel has had an extremely strong influence on youngsters. He noted that this has been backed up by his uncanny ability to brand himself. We have had great lyricists before, but they have never enjoyed this type of cult following that Kartel commands, Bennett said, quickly pointing out Kartel's great potential to do good. He spoke of Kartel's use of shock value to control and maintain his fan base. Case in point, the bleaching phenomenon, which took a different turn once Vibes Kartel publicly endorsed it. He said, I'm going to legitimize bleaching. I'm going to make it a fashion statement. And it was done, Bennett recalled. Kartel's 2010 tribute to bleaching, Cake Soap, was embraced by his fans, who have acquired the name Gaza Nation. The YouTube video has over 9 million views and still counting. So those fans who were shocked when he debuted his much lighter complexion, Kartel is quoted in a 2011 interview as saying you can expect the unexpected. I feel comfortable with black people lightening their skin. They want a different look. It is a tantamount to white people getting a suntan. There was also talk that Kartel was capitalizing on the popularity of bleaching by manufacturing his own brand of cake soap, which is a bar soap used to whiten clothes. The Grafton Studio CEO also zeroed in on Kartel's relationship with the media. Kartel has turned the tables on the media. He became the biggest story, sort of like a Donald Trump on CNN. I saw him do an interview and he was controlling it. He was the one calling the shots. Because of how great a lyricist he is, he had the tools to do it, Bennett said. Among these tools is Kartel much talked about use of metaphors, which Bennett lamented. Some fans took literally. Unfortunately, a lot of young people, when they hear these metaphors, they don't think metaphorically. I saw Kartel a long time ago and we had a talk. As usual, he asked about the old lady, Bennett's mother, who was Kartel's former English teacher. But what he was saying was interesting. Mr. B, you know, say half of the things I say going over the people them head. But if a bad man lyrics them want, nobody can do bad man lyrics like me. Vibes Kartel, he said, realized that there was a space for him which wasn't taken up by Beanie, Bojo, and Bounty, and he filled it. His lyrics have influenced a lot of other people. So many others have come and sounded just like him. Lyrically, he's potent, Commercially, he's viable. He knows how to stay relevant and how to make money, the producer said. Kartel, who also referred to himself as Adi the Teacher, was the first dancehall star in his own reality show, Teacher's Pet, which debuted on CVM TV network in 2011. Assembled 20 women in a Kingston house, all competing for the teacher's attention and affection. That's the power of Vibes Cartel. That's the power of Adidja Palmer. Jamaica, we have now known of the verdict, and looking on what's happening and reading the newspapers and so on, I'm wondering if the verdict was based on the fact of what the attorney says. One of Kartel attorney, she went on the night before the verdict was actually announced, and she said people should start rejoicing and to maintain a 3 feet distance in doing so. Basically, the long and short of that is saying that she expected the artist to be out. Well, ain't nothing wrong with an attorney who wants the best result for his or her client to come publicly and say that we expect a verdict of not guilty, but to actually instruct people to start to celebrate, I think was a little bit premature. Another thing, it is also rumored, because I've never heard it myself, that Kartel made a impromptu appearance on Russian Instagram page for a brief moment, where he came in with a snickering and then he DJed something to one of his songs and then disappeared from the internet. We don't know if any of these are true, but can we say these new developments, if they are true, did play a part in how these judges think? I'm beginning to wonder if the ties was somewhere else, and I'm not talking about Kartel's guilt or innocence. I'm just saying the same level of law should not just apply for a ghetto youth, but that same level of law should apply for all, right across the board. We can safely go back to the X6 killing, and we know that some injustice was meted out to that young man. We need justice. The people cry. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, let me hear what you have to say in regards to what Mikie Bennett says about the legendary dancehall DJ Vybz Kartel, or the fact that his attorney made this tweet about Vybz Kartel and saying that his fans should go out and celebrate tomorrow, or his appearance on Russian Instagram page. Let's hear what you have to say. Did the verdict that we got of denial came from the fact that these incidents occur or didn't occur? Thank you very much. Let me hear your input in the description below. Thank you.